Okay, we're off and running. Hi guys, how you doing?
Doing good. How about yourself? Other than not being able to leave. That's got to be a downer every second.
Yeah, it's been a rough 24 hours for me trying to digest this news. You know, they're going to open it up here on the 1st of June and for the whole month of June to all the countries that surround this one. Iran, Russia, Georgia, Turkey, all those things. And if it goes well, then we can fly on the 1st of July. But I have a new plan. It's like I wrote y'all. If Turkey's airline flies between Baku and Istanbul, then we'll fly to Istanbul, and then I'll catch a taxi back to Germany. No, actually,
how far a drive is that?
About 2,500 miles as the crow flies.
A taxi?
Yeah. No, we would fly from here to Istanbul, then we'd have a few hours layover, and then from Istanbul to Frankfurt. It's better than waiting here another month.
Yeah.
You know, I put this thing up on Twitter this morning, and I got done with Facebook and Twitter, and I went out, and then I got an email from somebody in Arabic. He tried to join the meeting.
Lord.
And I said, look, English is very difficult, but it clearly says 10:30 a.m. Kansas City side, and you're welcome to join. Haven't heard from him since. Who knows? But at least somebody on Twitter read it.
Yeah, true.
So what's up with y'all?
Your neck of the wood, Angel.
Pardon me?
What's new in your neck of the woods?
Nothing really. Same old, same old. A lot of people out at the parks and whatnot, you know, in droves.
Really?
Yeah.
They opened everything up?
What really makes me mad is that you got families or whatever, you know, and the sidewalks are at least four foot wide, but they see me running or see anybody running, and they don't make any effort to move aside.
Oh, no, they don't, no.
It's just, you know.
It's the same way where I walk.
Just mind-boggling.
Yeah. No, they haven't opened everything up, RK. It's just bits and pieces here and there. The walking paths are still open, but the parks and playgrounds are still closed. The bowling centers are closed, but the skate park is open. I don't understand that one. Restaurants are open with, if you're in Kansas City, it's a 10-10-10 rule, depending on the size of your building. And Independence is just depends on the restaurant whether they want to open or not, and they have to have social distancing inside, where your tables are 10 feet apart, and the people are 6 feet.
I don't know. I don't go out to restaurants much, but isn't it just 10 minutes in a restaurant, or what's the deal?
No. If you're more than 10 minutes, you have to sign in.
Well, I mean, what restaurant aren't you going to be in and be there for more than 10 minutes?
Well, right. That's all. I mean, unless it's a carry-out, you know.
I don't understand that rule. It's open for dining, but if you're going to be there more than 10 minutes, they want your information.
Right. I guess that's the longer you're there, the easier it is to catch it.
Huh?
You know. That's
Great.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay. Yeah. That don't make a whole lot of sense to me, but okay, I know I posted an article this morning that some of the taverns and bars have opened, I guess yesterday or day before yesterday, and it was really not the burner.
Yeah, I saw that. I know in Clay County it wasn't like that. People flocked to the bars and whatnot. So who knows?
I think it's just going to depend on the business owner how smart they are. You know, they know the rule. The city will come in and shut them down if they don't obey the rules.
Maybe they don't have that 10-10 rule like 10-10-10 rule like Kansas City does.
No, they don't. Kansas City's the only one that has it. Independence doesn't have it. Blue Springs, Lee Summit, North Kansas City, none of those. Kansas City, that's only if you're in the Kansas City jurisdiction. He tried to get everybody else to go along with it, but they didn't want to.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my main issue is in something like this, in a small area, metropolitan area like we are, everyone should be on the same page.
You mean a little solidarity among the bosses? That'd be nice. It'd be different, but
Yeah.
it'd be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll never see that though.
No.
Not in my lifetime. Which leads me to that article that I posted about the NFL. If the local health authorities and governments say they can, then the facilities can reopen. My question is really, let's say they can do it in Jacksonville because the local ordinances and health department says, yeah, it's cool. But let's say Kansas City can't because the mayor or whatever says the health department, no, we can't do that yet. We got to be careful. So Jacksonville can train, but we can't. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the NBA was doing that same thing, and it don't make sense to me. You know, it's either all or nothing.
I just don't understand the concept. It should be all or nothing.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead. Don't talk about me while I'm gone.
Oh, I'll talk about you when you're here.
That dang Bandit, you know.
He doesn't have to leave. I'll talk about him when he's here.
There you go. I thought Kelly was going to try to come on board.
I thought so too, and I thought maybe Debbie would.
Yeah.
Although joining Zoom may be a little out of her league, I'm not sure. Hey, Casey, how you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Morning.
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing? Or is it just us?
Bandit's here. He just
Oh.
stepped out for a minute.
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about him until he comes back.
Okay. Well, I can see everybody except for the ones that are talking. So.
I heard that Bandit was a so-and-so, dang it.
Oh yeah, he's really an extraordinary so-and-so.
Uh-huh.
Y'all are all extraordinary so-and-sos.
Hey,
Hey, there he is, a royal so-and-so.
Well, you really want me to start cracking you guys up? Because I can.
Oh, Lord.
We're sitting here having this Zoom meeting, and all of a sudden, I'm in our bedroom, and all of a sudden I get this smell, this awful smell. And I open the door, and the stupid puppy had just pooped outside my door.
Oh, no.
And so I had to go fix that real quick.
Yeah.
Is that a kind of social commentary or something?
It could be.
That'll keep you social distance for sure.
Yeah, my wife said a good thing Zoom doesn't have a smell issue to it where you guys could enjoy what I'm smelling.
Yeah.
How are you, Casey?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
I'm doing good.
How's your son?
You guys see where
Good.
what was that?
I said Aiden's doing good, healing up really well, eating pizza and whatever else he wants now. So.
Okay,
Back to
he's
normal.
healthy.
Yeah, he's back to normal.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna miss those quiet days though.
Uh-oh. You enjoyed them while you had them, right?
I just have 2 words for you. Duct tape.
Duct tape.
Hey, you know, they got different colors. You can really make it a beautiful
I
arrangement
think
there.
they
on
have
the
them in
map,
NFL
you know.
colors too, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have like zebra print, leopard print, all different kinds of stuff now.
Yeah.
Hey, the
Ooh,
Chiefs
leopard
have duct
print.
tapes too. They've got their own
Yeah.
duct tape. Yeah.
Leopard print. Woohoo.
Whoa. I don't think he's old enough for that yet.
Yeah. Do you guys see where Hutchins said they should have a top 5 defense?
Yeah.
You see my schedule strength I put up on Facebook?
Yeah,
I just saw that. Yeah.
Strength
We
of
were right
schedule.
at 500.
Yeah.
But
Right in the middle.
we're right in the middle, right?
Yeah. Baltimore's got the easiest. Teacher, it's got the hardest.
Yeah. Oh, and San Diego's going to be from worst to first this year again.
Oh yeah, well that
Yeah,
was
I saw that.
You know, that's a, you know, everybody knew it was coming. They just didn't know the date.
That's, yeah. they got a rookie quarterback, right? Did they sign a journeyman or because I know they drafted a rookie.
That's all they got, I think.
So
Say hello, Chewy.
look at your puppy.
Hey.
Yeah. He's a Cheweenie.
A
Hey.
Cheweenie,
How you doing,
Yeah.
Cheweenie?
half Chihuahua and a weenie dog, huh?
Yep. Barks at everything. Any little thing, he'll bark very loudly. That's the only thing
Oh.
about small dogs. They, yeah.
Yep, they're
And so do
yappers.
Chihuahuas. Believe me, I know.
Yeah, I thought I just what do the pundits have or the gurus? They have a love affair with the Chargers. Every year they're going to be one in the West.
Yeah, it's always the same thing, and I really don't understand that. I posted yesterday, joke of the day. They're not going to be on top of the AFC West when it's all said and done. Have they improved? Yes. Have the other two improved? Absolutely. Can they beat us? No.
It's just like Drew Luck. I like Drew Luck because he's, of course, he's a local boy and he went to Mizzou. But, him saying that the Broncos could have just as good as offense as the Chiefs. Like, yeah, and what universe does he live in?
Well, they got about as much chance of that as me being president. Neither one of those things is going to happen.
Exactly. Well, yeah. I would have, if I could, I don't think I'd want to be the president. I mean, your life is just under the microscope.
Could it be?
If I was, I'd stay off Twitter.
If I was going to do a political comment, this would be the time to say any one of the four of us could do a better job, but I'm not going to go that route.
Exactly. Well, but this one just
Keep my mouth shut.
This one just brings it upon himself because he doesn't know when to shut up, or he can't shut up.
Yeah. But going back to the strength of schedule, I think we said that last time. We've got a really good schedule in terms of the opponents when we meet them, like the Bills early in the year when it's not too cold and those kinds of things, and then later in the year playing in the South where it's not really cold. So I like our schedule, and I think 500 is an accurate analysis of what it is.
Yeah, I think our schedule's pretty spread out. I mean, easy games, mediocre games, and games that could go either way. I still think 14-2.
I'm going to say that our record, whether it goes from 2 losses to 3 losses, is going to mainly depend on that third game of the season.
Right.
Baltimore.
That's the Baltimore game, right?
If we beat Baltimore, which I think we should.
I can't see
us going 14-2 after that. With that. But if we lose to them, then I can see a scenario just like we did last year where they may end up number one, we might end up number two.
Well, the key for us to beat Baltimore is to contain their quarterback. I mean, pretty much it.
Well, a lot is going to depend. I will give Lamar his due. Last year, he had a really phenomenal season. But there's no guarantee that he can repeat that this year. He is not the kind of quarterback that's had the same kind of year to year to year. He's not as consistent as Patrick.
Like you've said many times before, RK, he's one hit away from being out.
Yeah.
Game.
Well, I was just getting ready to say he is a running quarterback, so chances of him getting hurt, and this is his starting his third season, it's going to catch up to him.
You know what it's not surprising, but I think it's more coming out in the open because we're at home. People are watching the social media more, paying attention to what's out there. There are more and more NFL players being arrested for crimes than you've heard in the past few years. In the last 3 weeks.
I don't understand those two guys robbing people. I mean, don't they have enough money to buy whatever they want?
Well, just today there was a Baltimore player that was arrested for having an illegal weapon, and he did something else. I can't remember what it was, but I mean, it's just not. It's just, and then of course Breland. I mean, it just to me, it's just opening it up more wider because the fact we're at home and everybody's seeing it quicker.
Well, don't worry about that. TMZ is on the job.
Yes, they are.
Well, I've thought about that, and I want to go way back. How would it be if we had CNN during the Civil War? Reporting on war crimes.
Repeat that because you kind of broke up a little bit.
How would it be if we had CNN during the Civil War? Reporting on war crimes. So point is that about 1963-64, the media started getting more and more involved in reporting on the war.
Yeah.
And this role of the media has expanded over the time till today. And you take it into sports, and everything that they see, everything that they find, they jump on it, they report it. How they report it depends on how the people think about it. Now, let's take Tyrique's case as it was first presented. The way it was presented, the majority of the public had Tyrique. He was guilty. He needs to go under the jail.
That's the public court of opinion is pretty quick now.
Yeah, but it all depends on how the news really reports it. Now, as far as these football players, I don't know, robbing a liquor store, everything. I don't know what they did, but I've got to assume that they've got enough money. I'm just amazed that they're so stupid.
Yeah. Well, if it turned out the way they did when they were at a party and they started losing money, and supposedly they were at a party 2 days before that, and they lost over $100,000. It looks to me like they got ticked off and decided they wanted their money back. If that's the case, nobody knows. Only the people that are there know exactly what went on. There's all kinds of rumors for everybody.
Up to 10 years ago, let's take Tyrique's situation. You probably wouldn't have you still wouldn't have heard about it even up to 10 years ago, as opposed to 5 years ago, because now everything is, instantaneously. I mean, and as soon as somebody, stubs their toe, I mean, it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think TMZ has a reporter in every city.
I believe so. I mean, that's what I was saying earlier, not today, but wanted to broadcast back is like, you know, we should follow these reporters like they follow celebs. I mean, they can't live in a glass house 24/7.
No.
The professional athletes, I agree with you, but being professional athletes, I mean, they have a responsibility to conduct themselves. They're, for better or for worse, they're role models.
Yes.
And I don't believe that. I mean, they're just athletes. You're just people like me and you. You know, just because they're athletes doesn't mean that I should look up to them as an idol, because I don't.
Yeah, but a lot of kids do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's again, sure, that's okay, but their parents should be the ones, their role models, telling them what's right and what's wrong, and not an athlete.
Hey, I seen some of these kids' parents. I wouldn't want them as a role model.
Well, I understand that, but that's the point I'm trying to say is parents try to put it off on people like athletes or movie stars, whoever, that they should be a better role model for kids. I don't think that's right. It's your responsibility. You brought that kid in. It's your responsibility to teach him right from wrong.
Love you.
That athlete didn't bring that child into the world.
No, but it's true, and I'll agree with you on the point. But fact of the matter is, when I was growing up, the kids idolized Mickey Mantle or Sandy Koufax.
I mean, you're just 6 years older than I am. All those players you said, I didn't idolize them. Yeah, they're ball players, but I didn't like worship at their feet. Just like I don't worship at Patrick Mahomes' feet. Yeah, he's great. I love him, but he's just another person to me that I don't know personally.
No, unfortunately, I don't either.
What do you have to say, Casey? Over there being all quiet today.
I'm not trying to be. I'm just listening.
I mean, what's your point on? You think Aiden should have an athlete as an idol?
I agree with what you say, Angel, as far as the parents, but like Aiden's dad's not in the picture right now. I mean, he's in Alabama and he barely even calls. Try not to say this too loud. I don't want Aiden to hear me, but but I think it would be like, I know that he really likes Tyreque Hill. He's really probably not a good role model for him to like, but I don't really think he knows too much about the whole child abuse thing.
He's still innocent on that portion.
He just knows fast guy, you know.
Athlete, no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think he likes Kelsey too, but I think he likes Hill better. But I wouldn't be like, no, Aiden, you can't like him.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I don't condone that. But as far as I look at it, charges were dropped. He has custody of his kids, and then that's that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then nobody can do about it. In trash talk groups, you know, if I post anything about Tyreque Hill, all they come back at is child beater and this and that.
Yeah.
It's like, he has his kids, and there's nothing we as fans can't do anything about that.
Right.
But I agree on both sides. I agree with you as far as the parents being the role models, but then I also understand that kids definitely, especially Patrick Mahomes, see lots of families posting there, my son looks like Mahomes and all that stuff. So I know that the kids really do.
Yeah, it's like you know, during the day when I go through my Facebook feeds, I mean, somebody will post, oh, I just saw Patrick peas. Like, I don't want to know that. I don't care.
What did he do? Did I miss something? Okay.
I'm just saying, I don't want to know every aspect of their life. And when when I go on Facebook, I see that and I just scroll by it because I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, can't the guy just be a normal guy and do what normal people do?
They have a right to privacy. I'll agree with you that they probably don't get. And if you look at the things that I post, I try and limit my things. What's directly is related to the sport itself. there was something out there a few weeks ago that he went to a party with his girlfriend or something. Hey, I breezed right on by that thing. I don't care. That's not
Right. I mean,
that's not what I do.
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say or convey is that, I mean, yeah, it goes with the territory and he knows what it entails, but still, as a person, why would you want to know every movement that the guy makes? I think that's kind of like creepy and stalking.
It'd be better if he'd call me and tell me beforehand, or maybe right after. But
It's like, hey, Steven, I'll be at this party, so don't worry, I'll be okay.
yeah, I think he lost my number somewhere. I don't know.
It's just like for me, George Brett. I love George Brett because I grew up with George Brett.
Mm.
Again, I like him, but he has a ball player. But other than that, I'm not going to look up to him. I mean, me personally.
Oh, there's stories about George Brett I could tell
Yeah,
you that you would.
Yeah, there's a lot of
You're
stories
right.
about.
With me working at the stadium during those years,
Yeah,
and
you know, the rumors are
what
out
I
there.
actually personally seen, and so he's I mean, he's a great ball player, but in the top 10 of being assholes, he's number 5.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stories about him. You know, I just choose not to carry on about it. You know, it's his
Right.
life. It's his life.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of parents who like for Tyrique again, you know, they like to lamb blast him because he, you know, although he was acquitted, they still think he was guilty.
yeah, yeah.
How's the
They
weather
called him
there?
a woman beater and everything. Didn't he like choke his girlfriend or something?
Yeah,
Like
this is when he was in
OSU?
at Oklahoma. Did he go to Oklahoma State?
OSU, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was OSU. But my take on that is, so that's what I heard, that he like choked her or whatever.
Yeah,
And I think she was pregnant at the time, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but the thing is, so he choked her and she's still with him. I feel like kind of her own fault. I don't know. I feel kind of rude saying that, but I feel like if man's gonna choke you, that would scare me to death to stay away from you.
and you're right, Casey. There's a lot of women who stay with them.
Yeah.
And I think, and I don't, you know, maybe it's because of the money.
And but that is no excuse.
It's
That's
none
her own
whatsoever.
fault. If she stays with him because she thinks he's going to be making money later on in the future, I wouldn't care. Me and Alfred were together for 10 years, and he never once raised his hand to me. He never even once called me the B word if we were arguing. He never did. But if he would have, I would have left him because I would have been scared.
You know, and on the flip side of that, there are a lot of women who use their men. You don't ever hear about that.
No.
You know, so that kind of makes me mad too, because, you know, what is the guy supposed to do if your lady or your girlfriend keeps on wailing on you and punching you? I mean, what's the deal?
I agree. But as far as that goes, I was just saying, you know, it sucks that he's labeled that, you know, but I feel like a lot of kids and adults even still like him as the athlete he is. Maybe not the type of person he is, but the type of player he is, at least.
Can you imagine the backlash if Patrick ever did? I know not that he ever will, but if something like that, if he ever did something like that, oh my gosh.
It'll probably ruin his life. I mean, kind of. He is so in the spotlight. He's amazing, in my opinion. Just he's a good person, good ball player, good everything. He's very genuine.
You know, that's what I'm trying to say. He's in the spotlight 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Are the athletes in Europe like that? Are they under the spotlight like that, Arcade?
Those that are on top of their game, yes, they really are. Especially in the Premier League in England, a lot of them
Mhm.
are. In the German league, the top 5%. Yeah, they definitely are. But the press doesn't stalk them like the pro athletes
They,
in America.
yeah.
I mean, there's one on my soccer team, Mueller. I can tell you who he's married to. I can tell you that they have a professional horse stable. And they train horses and those kinds of things. And I know they eat pasta with spinach.
Yay.
But that's about the extent of the kind of thing that they report on.
I know Lionel Messi's always in the spotlight.
Yeah, a lot of that he does to himself, just like
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah. Those two, they bring it upon themselves.
Absolutely.
And I think it's because they want that attention.
That's the wrong way to go about getting attention. I don't really know what they did, but if it's bad, that's the wrong way to go getting attention. You know?
It's kind of like the Kardashians. They crave attention. They do
Yeah.
things to get attention.
Those ladies.
And Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, they're both the same. They're flamboyant. They have a big mouth and they draw the attention to themselves. And naturally, then everything, including when they go pee, is reported on.
Crazy. Anyway,
Okay.
Bandit, what you got going on over there?
Do what?
What you got going on?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm going to go collect my bowling winnings that I haven't been able to collect since the
Since the
pandemic
pandemic.
started. They're
Yeah.
finally handing out all the prize money. So,
Aw.
and they got to give us reimbursement because a lot of us had prepaid the rest of the season, which was only 6 weeks left. But they got to give us that money back plus whatever we won. We ended up in first place, so we should get a pretty good chunk back.
Oh,
Yeah,
party.
Yeah.
And
For some
you
reason,
said,
when I get my money, it disappears.
huh?
It's at the table. I look and it's gone, and I say, "Where'd it go?" And she goes, "I don't know." I said, "What the heck are you saving up for?" The other pandemic.
Yeah. So you're gonna start bowling in June, you said, in Blue Springs?
Right now it's June 2nd. We'll see what happens with Jackson County when they make their little announcement after May 30th. You know, if they extend it beyond that, then it won't. But I mean,
Yeah.
independence. You know, if I bowled in Independence at a bowling center, I wouldn't be able to do it now at least the 1st of July because they did stretch theirs out farther. But being that it's in Blue Springs and they're under Jackson County, Independence under Jackson County also, but since they've already made their decision, we go by Independence's decision, whereas Blue Springs has never came up. They said they're going to go by whatever Jackson County Frank White says, you know.
That's just like for softball players. I mean, we're not indoors, we're outside, but we are close to each other. You know, when we're in the dugout or, you know, the catcher's right there, the batter's right there, and the umpire's right there. So, you know, we're not 6 feet apart from each other when it comes to that portion. Now, you know, fielding you are because, you know, if I'm at third base, you got your shortstop, he's way past 6 feet. And then, of course, everything else. So they were talking about making the umpire and the catcher have to wear masks, not face mask, but mask, you know, when batter comes up to bat.
I don't know. You mean you have the mask and then the face mask? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, just
Or a plexiglass mask?
No, well, I just know that they got to have a mask, not the face mask, but the mask.
Well, I could just see them having a plexiglass mask with the umpire, and that ball hits that mask just like that. He'd be landing on his ass.
Yeah, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens because like Greytown is under Jackson County. So, and we start June the 3rd is our first game. But
I hope everything starts on time for y'all. I hope that y'all get to go back doing what you love.
You know, I want to go back. I truly do. I mean, it's driving me crazy. But I don't want to go back if there's still a chance of people that getting it from people that don't give a darn.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't believe the number of friends I have that actually believe that it's just the flu. It's not fake, but it's the flu, and it's brought out. It went all overboard because this is an election year.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I got a couple.
A lot of my friends, and when they say that, I just turn around and walk away.
Yeah, yeah. There's a couple guys on the Kansas City softball league, which they haven't determined when we're going to start, but there's a few of them that are just like beating the bandwagon. I mean, like, you know, those who want to play. Those who don't want to play, don't play. It's like, yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but you don't know who has it. So if they have it and you have it, then you're taking it to somebody else and that unsuspecting, and then so you're spreading it that way.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
My view, and I've always believed this. It's your freedom. You do whatever you want to do, but that does not mean I have to put myself, my family, in a position where it could harm us.
Right.
I believe what I want to believe. You believe what you want to believe, and that's where it goes.
Yeah, I always tell people like that is like, you do you, and I'll do me, and we'll both be none the better for it.
I've always said your freedom ends where my freedom starts. You do your thing with yours, and I'll do my thing with mine.
Yeah,
And I'm going to stay on the safe side.
yeah. You wouldn't believe the number of people that are ticked off because the people that are in charge of all the casino boats over here have extended it until June 30th now.
Oh,
You said the
God.
casinos?
I hadn't heard that. So they're all up in arms about that now?
Yeah. It was the commission. It was the gambling commission that did this, not Jackson County, not anybody else. It was the gambling commission. I think it's actually like the middle of, not quite the end of June, but like the first 2 weeks of June.
Somebody had posted to me about casinos being open.
But what I don't get, and I'm not trying to be prejudiced or anything like this, is they said non-tribal casinos. What does it matter whether it's on tribal land or on a riverboat? It's still a casino.
Exactly.
Is that the biggest concern they've got is gambling?
Oh,
Yep.
Oh no, getting a fountain drink from Quick Trip.
Oh yeah, I
that's
read that. Yeah.
I mean, people get up. When are they going to open the fountain drinks? Well, the cooler's right next to it where they got bottled pop where you can get it.
Bottled anything for that matter.
Guys, we got a few seconds left. Do we want to continue this, or do we want to call it a day?
I think I'm going to call it a day because I got a few things I got to do. But it was
Got to
fun.
go get your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about 2:00. But this is always fun. I mean, like we continue this. Ashley, we tried Facebook and we tried Google and we didn't like it.
Oh, okay.